Hello everyone. Welcome to Business School 101. When Elon Musk announced that Tesla was opening a gigafactory in Shanghai, China, one of the most important questions would be who would be selected as its subsidiary manager? An American? A Chinese? An American-born Chinese? Or someone completely different? This question essentially is about a firm's staffing strategy. Staffing strategy is concerned with the selection of employees for particular jobs. Many business cases have shown that a firm's staffing strategy is critical for its survival and success because it not only involves selecting individuals who have the skills required to do particular jobs, but also can be a tool for developing and promoting the desired corporate culture of the firm. Research has identified 3 types of staffing strategies in international business: the Ethnocentric Approach, the Polycentric Approach, and the Geocentric Approach. In this video, I will introduce all of these approaches with their advantages and disadvantages to you. First, the Ethnocentric Approach. An ethnocentric staffing policy is one in which all key management positions are filled by parent country nationals. This practice was widespread at one time. Firms such as Procter & Gamble, Philips Electronics NV, and Panasonic originally followed it. For example, in the Dutch firm Philips, all important positions in most foreign subsidiaries were at one time held by Dutch nationals who were referred to by their non-Dutch colleagues as the Dutch Mafia. Historically, in many Japanese and South Korean firms, such as Toyota and Samsung, key positions in international operations have often been held by home country nationals. There is also evidence that as Chinese enterprises are expanding internationally, many of them are also using an ethnocentric staffing policy in their foreign operations. Generally, firms pursue an ethnocentric staffing policy for 3 reasons. First, the firm may believe the host country lacks qualified individuals to fill senior management positions. This argument is heard most often when the firm has operations in less developed countries. Second, the firm may see an ethnocentric staffing policy as the best way to maintain a unified corporate culture. For example, many Korean firms such as Samsung and LG have traditionally preferred their foreign operations to be headed by expatriate Korean managers because these managers will have been socialized into the firm's culture while employed in Korea. Third, if the firm is trying to create value by transferring core competencies to a foreign operation, it may believe that the best way to do this is to transfer parent country nationals, who have knowledge of that competency, to that foreign operation. Imagine what might occur if a firm tried to transfer a core competency in marketing to a foreign subsidiary without a corresponding transfer of home country marketing management personnel. The transfer would probably fail to produce the anticipated benefits because the knowledge underlying a core competency cannot easily be articulated and written down. Such knowledge often has a significant tacit dimension. It is acquired through experience. Just like the great swimming coach who cannot instruct others how to become great swimming players simply by writing a handbook. Despite this rationale for pursuing the ethnocentric staffing policy, the policy is now on the wane in most multinational companies for 2 major reasons. First, limited advancement opportunities for host country nationals. This can lead to resentment, lower productivity, and increased turnover among that group. Resentment can be greater still if expatriate managers are paid significantly more than home country nationals. Second, it leads to cultural myopia. The firm's failure to understand host country cultural differences that require different approaches to marketing and management. The adaptation of expatriate managers can take a long time, during which they may make major mistakes. For example, Mitsubishi Motors was sued by the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in 1996 for tolerating extensive and systematic sexual harassment in a plant in Illinois. The Japanese managers may have failed to realize that behavior that would be viewed as acceptable in Japan was not acceptable in the United States. In 1998, Mitsubishi Motors agreed to pay a record $34 million to settle the lawsuits. Second, the Polycentric Approach. A polycentric staffing policy requires host country nationals to be recruited to manage subsidiaries, while parent country nationals occupy key positions at corporate headquarters. In many respects, a polycentric approach is a response to the shortcomings of an ethnocentric approach. One advantage of adopting a polycentric approach is that the firm is less likely to suffer from cultural myopia. Host country managers are unlikely to make the mistakes arising from cultural misunderstandings to which expatriate managers are vulnerable. A second advantage is that a polycentric approach may be less expensive to implement, reducing the cost of value creation. In most cases, expatriate managers can be expensive to maintain. However, a polycentric approach also has its drawbacks. First, it causes local resentment. Host country nationals have limited opportunities to gain experience outside of their own country and thus cannot progress beyond senior positions in their own subsidiary. As in the case of the ethnocentric policy, this may cause resentment. Language barriers, national loyalties, and a range of cultural differences may isolate the corporate headquarters staff from the various foreign subsidiaries. Second, lack of cross-country cooperation. The lack of management transfers from home to host countries can lead to a lack of integration between corporate headquarters and foreign subsidiaries. Therefore, the coordination required to transfer core competencies or to pursue experience curve and location economies may be difficult to achieve. Thus, although a polycentric approach may be effective for firms pursuing a localization strategy, it is inappropriate for other strategies. Third, the geocentric approach. The geocentric policy approach to staffing assigns job positions to any person best suited for the position, regardless of the employee's background, culture, or country of origin. In recent years, there has been a sharp shift toward adoption of a geocentric staffing policy by many multinational companies. For example, India's Tata Group, a huge global conglomerate, runs several of its companies with American and British executives. In addition, Japan's Sony Corporation broke 60 years of tradition in 2005 when it installed its first non-Japanese chairman and CEO, Howard Stringer, a U.S. citizen who was born and raised in Wales. Generally, the geocentric approach has two advantages. First, it makes the best use of its human resources. By applying the geocentric approach, multinational companies can develop a pool of senior executives with international experiences and contacts across the borders. The expertise of each manager can be used for the accomplishment of firms' objectives as a whole. Second, it builds a unified corporate culture. A geocentric policy enables the firm to build a strong unifying corporate culture and an informal management network, both of which are required for global standardization and transnational strategies. However, a geocentric approach does suffer some limitations as well. First, it's impeded by immigration regulations. Many countries want foreign subsidiaries to employ their citizens. To achieve this goal, they use immigration laws to require the employment of host country nationals if they are available in adequate numbers and have the necessary skills. Most countries, including the United States, require firms to provide extensive documentation if they wish to hire a foreign national instead of a local national. This documentation can be time-consuming and expensive. In addition, under turbulent political environment, different administrations could have significantly different policies towards foreign workers that could lead to a higher level of uncertainty for companies to hire foreign workers in their top management teams. Second, it's expensive to implement. Training and relocation costs increase when transferring managers from country to country. The company may also need a compensation structure with a standardized international base pay level higher than national levels in many countries. In addition, the higher pay enjoyed by managers placed on an international fast track may be a source of resentment within a firm. Alright, now let's do a quick review of today's topic. Staffing strategies are concerned with the selection of employees for particular jobs. It is critical to a firm's survival and success. There are three types of staffing strategies in international businesses: the ethnocentric approach, the polycentric approach, and the geocentric approach. Each approach has its own advantages and disadvantages. The advantages and disadvantages of the three approaches to the staffing policies are summarized in this table. Broadly speaking, an ethnocentric approach is compatible with an international strategy. A polycentric approach is compatible with a localization strategy, and a geocentric approach is compatible with both global standardization and transnational strategies. So, what do you think about the different staffing strategies in international business? Please leave your thoughts in a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.